Hi everybody, Dimitri here. It's been a long minute, more like 2 years. And what's going on? Are we continuing with Blender for architecture design and parametric design or not? I feel like I owe you an explanation. Almost 2 years ago, I had kind of a really tough situation between work, my regular work, the YouTube and the Blender stuff, and family. And it was a pretty significant overload of things, with exactly where my priorities lie. That caused me to burn out. And I had to really step back. I was lucky that I was in a situation where I didn't need to actually work a lot and step back from basically everything to really sort of figure out what's going on, right? It's a crisis. It was basically a crisis. And not the first crisis in my life. I think all of us, it's part of life in a way to have a crisis. But that moment for me let me reconsider my priorities about what I find important and what it is that I need to work on. Since then, we have moved towns. I am working in a pretty good position as an architect and a consultant, and actually I'm using Blender a lot. That's why I'm excited to finally, this has been actually on my chest for quite a while to do this video. And yeah, sometimes life gets a little tough, and we have to consider what is worth taking the time to do and what is not worth taking the time to do. I started this channel way back when with the idea that I show architects that Blender is a useful program. Since then, I've done a few courses. I also tried Patreon. I was maybe a little disappointed about the interest of people. Maybe I'm not marketing courses. I don't even know what it is, At the same time, YouTube was going quite well. Met like really wonderful people at the conferences, Blender conferences and other ones that I subsequently got invited to. But then, I really had to consider like my priorities, like really straight up with the really limited amount of time that I had. And YouTube and making videos, even making courses, seemed like, unfortunately for me at this moment, not a very time-effective way of organizing the limited time that I had. So I stopped. Also, I was really confused. Which way should I go? Was it more Blender for architecture? Is it more generic Blender usage for parametric design, venturing into like industrial design and product design and even automotive design? For parametrics, of course, for like specific elements. Is it AI actually as well? That's something that, because of my work, I've been looking a lot into, and actually I'm quite excited to talk about it because there are courses here and there, but a whole different situation of how you properly incorporate that into an architectural workflow, not, some imaginary projects, but real projects and how it can be useful there. But I'm diverging a little bit. So what happened and why am I finally making this video? First off, my kids are at the sea right now, so it's a little bit quiet, so I have the time to think. Second off, my course, Blender Architecture Masterclass, got included into a bundle on Superhive Market, which was formerly known as Blender Market. Not really sure why they changed the name. I think it is basically Blender Market because they wanted to kind of dissociate with the brand name Blender, but anyways, Superhive Market. And part of the rebranding strategy has been for them to do these like really wonderful bundles that are more promotional than anything. On top of that, they actually return a lot of value for a very limited amount of price. So it's a benefit for everybody. It's a bundle, so it's basically 30 courses for $30 bundle for the best of Blender education. And I'm grateful that I was featured within that list, with the likes of Creative Shrimp, Ducky 3D, 3D Tutor, CG Cookie, the team also, which is the same team that runs Superhive Market. So super grateful for these guys, because there were 6,800 sales, over 6,800 sales. And for those sales, I get just $1. And you know, I have to tell you honestly, that's more money that I've made from that course than I have in the rest of the time promoting it at like regular prices or even at launch and so on. So in a way, that kind of inspired me that, okay, what I'm doing is maybe good, you know, people find value in it, but maybe it just needs to be adjusted somewhere. I don't know if it's like the prices that are too high, or maybe I'm not quite sure. Actually, I need your feedback on what you think is useful for both for this channel, for the value, what you would like to see on Patreon as well, because my intention is to start that all over again, and with the courses. And of course, you know, I'm always thinking in the back of my mind, oh, it would be wonderful to make this course or that course, and I have quite a few lined up, but I'm not sure how much they align to what people like you want to learn. So this is my official kind of restart. I don't want to promise too much for sure. I think it will be important to do some live courses to get like some questions and answers, you know, from you. Just see what I'm doing with like how I'm pushing Blender lately in terms of architecture design and beyond, that I think would be of significant value to a lot of people. And then on the architecture visualization side, you know, there was a course that I thought, again, for a very long time to make. And maybe there was a reason why I had to wait, because now AI is getting so good that we can properly incorporate that into our workflows. So, hi, and hopefully see you soon. Let me know what you want to see in further tutorials or maybe personal sharings, because, you know, there's quite a few lessons in that as well. But yeah, that's it. So see you later, guys. Bye-bye.